Thursday morning. I was fishing yesterday, caught some lovely perch. I'm meeting good friend Nick on the bank locally, not far from here. It's only like a 5-minute drive away. But hopefully target something a bit different today. Might be sat down for the day, which is I need to sit down for the day. So a nice coffee. A little bit late. It's raining outside. Hopefully Nick will be there. Nick was on the spot yesterday and caught some lovely fish. He was catching some chub barbel, some big chavins, some big chub roach hybrids. Had a cracking day. So Nick's promised, because I don't really know the swim, so Nick's promised to help me out a little bit today, because over the years with my fishing for the bigger fish and all the rest of it, I've done quite well fishing natural baits and stuff. A few lads have tried helping me out. I've done a lot of specimen angling over the years and all the rest of it, but a lot of these modern tactics and stuff like that are still new to me, but I still struggle with all the fiddly little things that you got to put on the line and everything, because I like simplicity. And if it worked in the old days, I keep thinking it'll work today. I don't like that, but I had a little bit too many of those over the weekend, and not feeling the worst of wear, just low on energy. So it's raining outside, so it's going to be a different day. Hopefully I'll get the cameras hooked down underneath the umbrella, keep the filming down to a minimum, I think. I'm hoping just to catch one fish. I may just fish like a really weird cocktail of either something and worms, I've done this before, like pellet and worm, a bit unusual, a bit different to what other people are doing, like, or meat and worms, you know, because like the worm has been so kind to me, even for barbel fishing. Some of the best barbel fishing sessions have been on these weird cocktails that I do, and they're completely different to what I've seen before. And I picked the idea of fishing for the worm, for barbel, up from an old timer many years ago, and it served me well for a long time. But I took a step away from any barbel fishing maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I'd say 4 years ago actually, could be 3, I don't know. And I'm going to return to it a little bit, but I don't want to go down that gung-ho camouflage, you know, thinking about what your tackle looks like, rather than just, you know, keeping it spots and everything. You know, I'm not a tackle sider, obviously, you've noticed that. Anyway, I'm going to get this coffee finished. I think Nick's going to be on the bank. I'm going to do a bit of walking today. I'll sort my gear out in the car. I've got a load of gear in the car, but it's from yesterday. It was all floyd fishing gear. Some smart perch yesterday, really good. So my session yesterday went to plan. A little bit unusual, but it went to plan. So I'm going to get myself ready now. Throw the cameras in the bag. Try and keep dry today. The wind, by the looks of it, it's going to be cleaning our faces. There's not a lot you can do about it. I'll try and get hooked down. I might just fish just the one rod. I've already worked out in my head it's going to be a 13-foot rod. Going to take my pick. Let's have a look. So we're going to do this one. Well, it's going to be this one. These are old school, they are Shimano 5010s, the Aero GTs, old school, virtually no bearings in them, twin handle conversions on them, both loaded up with around about £10 line, but it's 0.22 diameter, colmic, sweat by the stuff, beautiful reels. Not too sure about this one though, we'll see how it goes. Not sure, we'll see. I think yeah, that was alright. So anyway, I'll stick those in the bag. I've got another bag here with some lead weights in it and stuff, and some feeders if I need them, and a few bits of ground bait and some pellets in it, just in case I need those as well. Anyway, I'll catch you a lot later on the bank, and happy fishing. It's going to be a bit blowy. See you later. Finally got the cameras running. Right, we're here with Nick. Come on Nick, get over here mate. One you in here. Give us a smart fish. Nick's had a few already. I'll lift it up too long. First fish, double worm. Absolute gorgeous. Look at her. It's got wings. It's got wings. Hey, remember that? Absolute stunner. Now I'm going to get this bait back out. Thanks for Nick for helping out, because I'm a bag of nerves. Thanks a lot. Catch you in a bit. You don't mind? This is the bait up type of feeder that I use. These ones release the bait really quickly. They're quite heavy, they're only like 60 gram. These here are the type of feeders that I was actually using on today, anything between 60 gram and 90 gram. And these ones release, sort of like, you can cap like particles in the middle, use those ones as well, put lots of maggots in them. And these ones are really good. You can get these and really pack them tight. This is my base mix. This is mostly maggots, halibut and hemp seed with bread feed and lots of pellets. Lots of smelly things, but lots and lots of maggots.
It's just going right on, bend it, so. Float, it's advantage, you give it that. Like that. 3 worms on that. One a fresh pellet. Sun right in the eye. It's gone about 100 yards that.
At this point we decide that it was a good idea to rest the fish in the net in the water for a good few minutes, let it revive. Obviously give it a battle of its lifetime and it deserves all the respect of at least a rest before we bring it to the mat so we can weigh it and examine it and have a good look at it.
I know I never weigh fish, but we've got to weigh this one. 11 pound 5 ounce. Beautiful. Not going to keep it out for too long. Gorgeous fish. Absolutely stunning. Good scrap, mate. That's fine, I've never had that. Beautiful. Right.
Always rest the barbel for a good long time till it tells you that it's ready to swim away. When it's ready to swim away, it will just gently swim away.
I thought it was 10. Deep fish.
Blast from the past. Ho 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 ho. Remember that? Tales of the unexpected. Dun, dun, dun. Naked lady dancing like that. Anyway. Dun, dun, dun. Tales of the unexpected. Dun. Super. Talking about tales of the unexpected. Many years ago, I was a right little scally. Proper little scally. So when I got my first job, I was getting loads of money coming in. I started to buy new fishing tackle. And I'd start buying really good fishing tackle that I could afford. So I bought myself lots of little things like a die-hour whisker rod and one of the 125M reel. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, beautiful, gorgeous. And I also bought myself a pole. Now I used to go hanging around, I used to live in Stretford on the banks not far from the Bridgewater Canal, and all the matches were on in the late 1970s, 1980s, and all the names like Benny Ashurst and Kevin Ashurst would all be there. We'd all want to be like them. Anyway, we'd always fish canal greys. Fished every little spot all over that Bridgewater Canal. We knew it like the back of our hands. And we thought we knew it, but the problem was there was lots and lots of popular pegs. And it was before the commercials started. Before the commercials started, the canals was the place to be. And we didn't have transport or anything like that. We didn't have bundles of cash to spend on bait and stuff. So it used to be like half pint of maggots and some breadcrumb and worms and things like that, whatever we could get our hands on. But if you try to fish like midweek of an evening and things like that, there'll be fishing matches on and you won't get on. Massive matches, huge, absolutely massive, and they come from all over the country just to fish these matches. And there was all sorts of different types of matches, lots of money involved, and we all wanted to be like your Kevin Ashurst and your Benny Ashurst. We all wanted to emulate them. So then we started spotting, what are these that they all turn up on the canal with, and they were turning up with poles that could reach the other side of the canal. Oh, Christ almighty, I saved like mad. I thought I had to have one of these. It was Kevin Asher's win so many matches. I was watching him win this one match on peg one right up to Kellogg's Basin, and I couldn't believe it when he actually drew that, and we were stood on the bridge and we watched him all the way through the match, and he mullered everybody, absolutely mullered everybody on one of these newfangled poles. So I thought, Jesus Christ, I've got to go get one of these. So I saved up and I bought this pole, and it was like, to me it was massive. It was like proper slim, you know, like proper roach pole. But when you used to get poles in the old, not like today, you get a pole in the old days, you used to just get one kit with it. You wouldn't get loads of kits. You get one kit, and you wouldn't really be able to buy another kit for it or anything like that. You know, it elasticated this kit and all the rest of it, and I used it and used it and used it. And it was really, really good, and it was a Sunbridge pole. I can remember it really well. It was like a green, weird, sort of like glossy finish to it on this carbon. It was absolutely gorgeous. It was, absolutely loved it to bits. Anyway, I wagged it from work one day, and I was always wagging it from work. At work they used to give you like 30, well, you know what, we were quite spoilt back in the days. Used to give us like 13 weeks holiday till you know, like, and on full pay as well, you know what I mean? It was like, oh my god, so everybody used to use that sick sort of like time as their own. And it was funny because lads would go on the sick like, and they get a sick note before they go on holiday, and they bugger off to places like Tunisia and stuff like that and come back with real good suntans. And it was really hilarious when you turn up for work and they've been on the sick, like well, you know, like with some sort of stomach bug or something like that, or really ill, and they come back in with the best suntan you've ever seen in your life. And I couldn't stop laughing, and there was a lot of us in the workshop, and we all used to do it, but I was a right bugger for it. I was always getting caught out as well, and you know, and I'd be that ashamed to ring up, you know, like I'd just go fishing. And on one of these occasions I thought, you know, I had to be quick, sharpish, else my mum would find out, so I thought I'd sneak out early in the mornings if I was going to work, go down the garage, grab my fishing gear and slope off, because she would have kicked me ass, my mum. So give me a proper slap round the chop sort of thing. So I thought, well, sod this, I'll sneak off and get down the canal. And I thought midweek I've got a chance of getting on what they called it was the tree peg at the back of the Kendal Club, right? Well, in front of the Kendal Club on the canal, opposite the gasworks stretch in Gorse Hill. And it was like one of the hot pegs that was always in the match. And you could fish the far bank if you get your pole right up against the far bank, and there was some flag iris just on the opposite side, and you could just get in and ball in with the bread feed on the opposite side with a few maggots and squats in it, just up the other side. And I used to have this little Curo float. It was like a little tiny little dibber with a wire stem, really stable, but you could sort of like shot it so you still get a bit of a fall through the water. But once it got to the bottom and everything, it was stable as anything. It was really good, and you only needed the slightest bite, and you know what I mean. It'd been like a dibber. It'd just go under, and you could see really clearly as well. You know, like in the far shadows on the far bank. And then on this particular day, I thought, right, look at it, and I couldn't believe it, because it was a good 3/4. Well, I'd say 3/4, half a mile walk from the top of Chester Road all the way down to the gasworks. Down at the Kennel Club. So Jesus Christ, we get down there and I'm looking, but you can't tell if there's anybody on that peg because there's a tree in the way. So you'd only find out if somebody was on that peg if you walked all the way down, and many a time you walk all the way down, there'd be somebody on that peg on this one particular day. And I knew the weather weren't going to be really good. It was very, very, very warm, really warm. Never forget that day. And I thought, to keep things as simple and as light as possible, leave all the rods and everything at home. I'd just take the pole with me. So all the rods and reels and all the rest of it, all left at home. Just took all my pole gear with me. We didn't have rollers and things like that in them days. What we used to do is you just put your rod bag up the back at the side of it, and you ship it out sideways over the rod bag. So you kept it as light and as simple as possible. Anyway, we got all the way down to the tree peg, just got on the other side, there was nobody on it. I couldn't believe it. I thought, oh my God, there's nobody on it. So anyway, got all the gear ready, balling in on the other side, and then I always feed a short line, you know, like the top kitten one, just there, you know, like in front of me, just to the tree. When you say tree, it's more of a bush, you know what I mean? It just used to overhang, and it used to hold some nice perch under there. So on this particular day, I'm feeding this far line on the other side. I'm doing really well. I'm pulling lots of skimmer out, lots of roach, lots of perch. Everything's great. And I'm just feeding this short line in front of me. And I'm putting a few worms in. And a little bit of corn as well on top of it. And it started fizzing up in front of me, and I thought, and luckily that, you know, I knew that where I was fishing on that far side had already plumbed up. Just in front of me and on the tree. It was exactly the same depth, so it was perfect. Well, fish the far side, come on the inside line, and it was at the same depth. Come in really quickly. No sooner as I come in, I put the float right over the bubbles. So I fed it with a few little maggots and a little bit of worm and all the rest of it, and like I say, a little bit of corn and there, like, and I've just put a little sliver of worm on the hook. Just settled the float, and it flew under, and I hooked into it, and bloody hell, I was in for a right scrap. It was taking out elastic everywhere, and I thought, Jesus Christ, what the hell am I into? And you know, like sweating like a pig, and I'm going like, bloody hell. Right, got it to the top, and I've never caught one in the canal before, and it was a shock. We caught, first of all, it's tench, you know what I mean? Caught loads of tench in the canal, but on this particular occasion, I thought, what the bloody hell is this? And I saw this big glimmer of greeny gold, and I thought, what the heck is that? And it wasn't until I got it to the net and got it in, and I thought, bloody hellfire. And it was a massive crucian carp. When I say massive, something like around about 1.5 pound, 3/4. But it's in the canal. And I thought, Jesus Christ, what's that doing in the canal? I thought it's a one-off. Anyway, got it straight into the keep net. Bait back on the hook, looks down, he's still fizzing in front of me. Even after all that commotion, I thought, and I mean fizzing a lot. And I thought, bloody hell, there's a lot of fish down here. But I thought, there's a lot of fish, it'd be tench and all the rest of it. One crucian carp. So straight back out. No sooner as it gone out that float again, boom, it flew under again. Again, massive fight, absolutely battle galore, trying to snag me underneath the bush and everything it was. And I was panicking. I mean panicking. I'm a bag of nerves. I'm like anxious all the time. I've always been like that. Anyway, pumped it back up to the surface. Oh my God, another crucian carp. Oh, Jesus Christ. I was like absolutely gobsmacked. I'm going like, and it's still fizzing in front of me. Well, my eyes were all aglow on this fish. It was like, oh my God, I've never seen anything like this. You know what I mean? I've never seen a crucian carp before, because all I did was fish the canal. And you never caught crucian carp in a canal. I mean, I'm a young lad. I'm about 17 years old. Caught crucian carp. Nobody's gonna ever believe me. So I knew in my bag somewhere I had one of those little lined up cameras, and I thought, you know what, I need to get a photograph of this. So I've got this fish in my hand, and I'm rooting around for this camera, and I was sat in one of these Shakespeare boxes, and I sat up for a fraction of a second like that, just open up this Shakespeare box to get in, because I knew there was a camera in the bottom, like, but I rarely took photographs. And then I heard a plop sound, and I thought, what the heck is that? And I've still got the fish in my hand, and I've got this box, you know, I tried to lift the lid up, and I just realised that the top kit was across my bloody knee. Well, I'd unhooked the fish, I looked round, and all I see is the arse end of my top kit vanishing in the deep dark gloom of the bloody canal. Oh, Jesus Christ. That was it. I was ready for jumping in, and you know, it was pouring, it started pouring down, it was red hot. And it was like this hot rain all over me, and I've got one of those like rubbery Macintosh tops on, almost crying. And that was it. I rooted everywhere. I got my landing there, I tried to hooked this thing up. I must have destroyed the swim completely. All the fizzing went and all the fish were gone, and all I got were these 2 crucian caught. I was happy, so sad at the same time, and I never ever seen that top kit ever again, and I couldn't buy one either. And my very expensive pole, which I saved up with all my wages, was useless because it was like a one-off in the shop and they weren't for getting any more spare parts for it, and I was completely devastated. Anyway, hope you like the story. I'll catch you a lot later. It's more than 12 months ago that I found out and my dad found out that he had cancer, and I dedicated that last fish to him. He died a few weeks after that, and I think about him every day. So, Dad, if you're out there and you're watching down on everything I do, which I'm sure you are, don't want to see you. Love you, Dad.